So the final Project Cars 2 DLC was released yesterday, the Ferrari pack. And while this pack may not be as mind-blowingly awesome to a racing fan as the Spirit of Le Mans pack was, this pack is very road car heavy. There's still quite a few good things about it, most notably the Ferrari test track, the Fiorino test track, as well as the Mugello circuit, one that's kind of been a staple of the Forza Motorsport franchise, has found its way into Project Cars, and it's going to be nice to drive that with dynamic time and weather. But the highlight of the car pack itself for me is this, the Ferrari 250 Testa Rossa. This car is perhaps one of the most valuable cars in the human existence. It routinely goes, when it sells, for well over $10 million. And I don't know a whole lot about this car. I had a Hot Wheels car of it as a kid, but that's about as far as my personal knowledge of the car goes. That being said, this is a special car for Ferrari. It was its Le Mans and sports car challenger in the late 1950s, early 1960s, and even better for Project Cars, the game itself. It's a direct challenger to the Aston Martin DBR1 that's been in the game since even Project Cars 1, and there's finally a chance for some late 50s, early 60s sports car racing action. Well, maybe some accidents too. We can't have a more appropriate place to stage this battle than home turf for the Scuderia, Monza. And of course, we are on the road course, just the road course this time. We're not going to integrate the oval, most notably because there are no replay angles on the combined circuit for whatever reason in this game. But this is an interesting circuit. It's significantly different than the modern Monza in that there are no chicanes at all. You just have the Parabolica, the Lesmos, and Ascari, and that's about, and Curvo Grande, which we're coming up to right here. And those are the only corners on the track. So it's a very high-speed circuit. Drafting will be an incredible key. You're going to see, I guess, 1950s NASCAR-style pack racing to a certain extent at this track. So this should be a very exciting race. 6 laps here at Monza. Let's get it going. Alright, let's get going here in the Ferrari Testa Rossa. I'm actually the top qualifying Ferrari, but not on the pole position. I'm actually third on the grid. The Aston Martins are also on the front row. 3 wide start at Monza, kind of like Indianapolis, except for it's a standing start while 3 wide. And we're going to be 3 wide all the way down into the Curvo Grande. 3 wide, I think, for the lead. I'm going to back out of it slightly on the curbing just a little bit. Oh, a little bit of contact, a little bit more contact. Whoa, there goes one of the Aston Martins off. And in fact, the Ferrari is going to be able to capitalize on that. I'm out on the grass because I'm looking at my mirror. Here comes the Ferrari. So Crimson Red Ferrari going to lead the show at the moment. And it's going to be a wild race now that we've got some of the faster guys in the back. Look how much later the AI are breaking into that corner as one of the Ferraris tried to send it around the outside of me. He's actually going to do a crossover move. No, that's another Ferrari. So I'm getting swarmed by some of my Ferrari brethren here as we go through the first 2 Lesmos, as opposed to the 3rd Lesmo, right, David? No, wrong. Through the Lesmo corners and now heading to Ascari. Big draft on the silver car. Going to be able to pass him relatively easily as we head down into Ascari. No chicane here. Whoa, there's the Aston Martin. Tried to get underneath the Ferrari. Oh boy, are they going to give me a double draft here? I think they're going to give me a double draft. Let's see. We're going to go 3 wide for the lead. I think we are. 3 wide for the lead at Monza. Heading down to the Parabolica now. Got to be real careful on the brakes. AI, like I said, can brake way later than you can, it seems, in these old cars. But I'm going to get the drive off the corner. Here we go. I told you this was going to be an exciting race. Oh, drove around the outside of both the Ferrari and the Aston. Am I going to get pinched? Yeah, I'm getting pinched by the red Ferrari. Going to have to settle in behind. Do I give him a bump draft? I don't think so. Oh, well, I gave him a bump draft anyway. Here we go. Here comes the Aston behind the other Ferrari. The Silver Arrows Ferrari. And if that's not a contradiction, I don't know what is. And diving down into Curvo Grande. Oh, sliding the car out just a little bit, kind of balked the Aston Martin unintentionally by doing that. Now let's head down to the Lesmos, drive around the outside of the leader. There we go, take the lead back, at least for now. Oh, you're gonna... the AI have carbon fiber brakes while I have drum brakes, apparently. And there they go, too wide all the way through the first Lesmo. Absolutely throw the car into the second one. You have to put so much steering input into a car like this. They did a great job of modeling that. Because and there's no real hairpins on this course. I guess the Curvo, or not the Curvo Grande, but the Parabolica kind of turns into one with these older cars. But when you have a hairpin, man, you're cranking a lot of wheel into this car. Well, I got held up there. Will they ask him to be able to pounce? It doesn't look like he will. He'll probably pounce down here at... oh, I'm just going to let him through. I decided to let off the gas early. He's going to try to outbrake the Ferrari. That's an interesting strategy there, pal. I'm not sure you're going to be able to pull that off. Again, counter steering. Up into third. Here we go. Good drive off past the Aston Martin. Now I'm going to have to start timing this because there's not many laps in this race. Can I get the 7 car by the line? Oh, barely. Oh, barely. This is going to be interesting. I almost shifted into 5th gear there. There is no 5th gear in these cars, by the way, so that would have been a mistake. That would have just gone whoa, and revved the engine way up and wouldn't have done a whole lot for my speed. They did not get through Curva Grande very well, but it didn't allow the cars behind me to really get a good run. So we'll actually have the lead going into the Lesmos and actually have a little bit of a gap, maybe enough of a gap, that I can just slide down in there. Yep, right in front of the red. Woohoo! On the grass. Right in front of the red Ferrari. In fact, so in front of the red Ferrari that I was on the grass. Look at that. Fighting the car off of the corner. Arms and elbows out, as it were. And now we're starting to pull away a little bit, so that's looking like a good thing. Lift off the gas for Ascari. Just power slide through there a little bit. The Aston Martin is getting held up by the Ferrari. I'm glad I'm not having to race with the Aston Martin right now, because otherwise he would be all over the back of me. Down into 2nd gear, throw it in. Find an apex, find the throttle, find some counter steer, find a gear, find a little more counter steer. The Aston Martin's up into 2nd place now. Here we go. It's England versus Italy. Who's gonna get it? Fastest lap for me of the race, probably not the overall fastest lap. But then again, I am leading the race, so who knows? It could be the fastest lap of the race. Lifting off the throttle into Curvo Grande. Trying not to slide out. Uh-oh, that was almost grass. That was a big push, and I'm still running on the grass a little bit. That was a big oopsie right there. Thankfully, it didn't cost me too much. The Aston's still just sitting back there, and despite the oopsie, as the Aston thought about it, I had to cut him off at the pass there. And that was almost over-revving this poor Ferrari engine. And so here you go, the Aston's caught back up. I'll try to accelerate down the straightaway. For whatever reason, it seems like got better straight line speed than them, but they make it all up in the corners. So into Ascari, pitch it in. I didn't quite get the slide right. Didn't quite get the slide right. Still got a decent lead. Hopefully it'll be enough that he can't get a run on me out of this corner. A little bit of a slide there. A lot of a slide. It bucked on me. Woohoo! I think I actually didn't brake late enough into that corner, and it kind of screwed me up a little bit. Still looking behind, still hoping that Aston doesn't pounce. I think we got 2 laps to go right now. That's what my assumption would be. And my assumptions are always right. They're never wrong. Just send it off into the corner. Woo! Close to the grass. Close to the grass. The tires were very upset with me for doing that, and I lost a lot of speed. A lot of speed. That momentum off of the corner was bad. And there goes the Aston Martin, right? Just like I figured, so here we go. It's a fight for the win. Woohoo! Good slide. Slide job! Alright, so no, I really do need to get serious about this, though, because that Aston is looking very dangerous out in front. Since I have not been informed whether or not this is the last lap, I better drive it like it's the last lap. Here we go. Hey, well, he's happy that I'm going to take him right here down the straight. Aston fighting back on the outside. He'll have that position for now. Ooh, look at that slide. Up into third. Oh, I'm not going to have the run off the corner, though. I'm not going to get him by the line. Please don't be the last lap. No, maybe I will. Maybe I will. 4th gear. Well, I got to time this right. Here we go. Pulling out. Crossing the line. Is it the last lap, though? Thank you. You're darn right. Push, push, push now. That was a good corner. That was much better than the last couple of times. Again, we're going to struggle in the braking zones for Lesmo and for Curva Grande, or not Curva Grande, Parabolica. Fastest first sector time, so that draft off of that Aston Martin was crucial on the straight. That's a mistake. That is a mistake. That was trying to pitch it in a little too hard. Thankfully, still have the lead. He might pass me going into the final corner. It's going to be tough. Just trying to be as smooth as possible through Ascari. Oh, that's an awful long way back. If he makes a lunge at me, it's going to be an awfully long way back for him to pull that off. Oh, a little bit of a slide. Oh, the Aston was there. Driving it all the way off the corner, but I'll come off of the final corner. The Aston Martin won't get the run on me, I don't think. No, I will get it at Monza. Winning Ferrari. Grazie, ragazzi. Boom, 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 boom. So yes, a checkered flag for Ferrari at Monza. The Tifosi are very happy. They will not boo this result at all. Except for maybe they'll boo me because I'm American. But whatever, that's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. Just the rest of the field. You can see the coupes weren't really the greatest weapon for this particular circuit. I'm actually surprised that they're in that. They're put in the GTC class. I think there's a Mercedes that's kind of closer to it in terms of performance, but whatever. So that was some classic Ferrari v Aston Martin battling at Monza. Let me know what you thought of this. Let me know what you think of the Ferrari DLC. Like I said, it's definitely not the strongest DLC. I'd probably put it 3rd, maybe ahead of the Fun Pack. It's kind of tough for me. I think it's kind of a toss-up for last place between the Fun Pack and this one. But yeah, I don't think it's the strongest pack that Project Cars 2 has put out, and unfortunately it seems like it's going to be the last car pack that Project Cars has to offer, so that's a bit unfortunate, but I'd love to see at least one more. Come on, give me a DW12 in the 2018 body kit. Come on, come on, come on. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been David Land on YouTube. If you do enjoy motorsport content, Project Cars 2, you're in the right place. Hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.